All right, so good afternoon. Um, Today is Friday, January 28th, 2022, and we're looking at statistics. So I have statistics, and in bracket, I have raw data. This is how I start out. I start out by saying that statistics is the study and analysis of large amounts of data. Statistics is the study and analysis of large amount of data. So the branch of mathematics that deals with the analysis of large amount of data is called statistics. Now, guys, in statistics, one piece of statistical data may be referred to as a value, a score, an event, or as an observation. All right, so one piece of data. Um, with statistics, the data could be anything. The data could be the weight of grade 10 students, or the shoe size of grade 7 students, or the shirt size of all grade 11 boys. The data itself can be anything, but one piece of statistical data may be referred to as a value, a score, an event, and or as an observation. Guys, here are some definition. Now in statistics, the mean, the symbol for mean is X bar. So this is the symbol for mean, it's X bar. At least I call it X bar. Hold a second, please. All right, so again, the mean, X bar, the mean, the symbol for mean is X bar, is the average of all values. So you should all remember how you calculate average. So whenever someone says mean, they're talking about average. When you calculate average, it's the sum of all values divided by the number of values. Now in statistics, the mode is the value that occurs the most. So if you have a number of values, the one that occurs the most in the data, that is called the mode. Guys, the median is the middle value when the values are arranged in ascending order. The median is the middle value when the values are arranged in ascending order. Guys, there's the range. The range is the highest value minus the lower value, the lowest value. There's the word quartile. A quartile is one of three values that divide the data into 4 quarters. Now, the first or lower quartile, Q1, is the value below which 1/4 of the data lies. So quartile is something that we're going to come across later on. So don't worry if it's not making any sense right now. The third or upper quartile, Q3, is the value below which 3/4 of the data lie. Guys, the middle quartile is the median. And the median is the middle value below, sorry, it is the middle value when the values are arranged in ascending order. The median, half of the values come before the median and the other half comes after the median. The median is the value in the middle. Guys, the interquartile range, IQR, is Q3 minus Q1. Q3 there being the upper quartile, minus Q1, which is the lower quartile. Semi-interquartile range, SIQR, is Q3 minus Q1 divided by 2. Do not worry about it. You're about to see this entire thing in action. So let's start by looking at example 1. I'm going to do part of it, then I want you to do the next part. Example 1 says for each of the following, we need to determine and state the mode, the mean, the median, Q1, Q3, the range, the IQR, and the SIQR. So let's start off with the mode. We're asked to determine the mode. All right, so here I have some values. All right, this is my data. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 values in my data. These 7 values, these 7 numbers is my data. All right, now the mode is the value that occurs the most. Now in the data, I can see that the values which are repeated are 5 and 3. And the mode is the 3 that is 3 is repeated 3 times. So the mode is 3. 2 numbers are repeated, 5 and 3. The mode is the 3 is repeated 3 times. So the 3 is the mode. The mode is the value that occurs the most in the data. All right. All right, so the mode is 3. Now let's go for the mean. Now the mean, I don't think there's any symbol for the mode. The mean, the symbol is X bar, is the sum of, it's the sum of all values divided by the number of values. So this symbol here, it's sigma, and it stands for the sum of, or the sum of all. Now x would be a value. So the mean is the sum of all values divided by the number of values. So n stands for the number of values. Number of values. N stands for the number of values. What else? All right, so the mean, the average or the mean is the sum of all values divided by n, which is the number of values. So the mean in this case would be 3 plus 6 plus 3 plus 5 plus 10 plus 3 plus 5, and this is divided by 7. So the mean X bar is the sum of all values divided by the number of values. All right. So let's add up these. I see what 12 and 10, that's 22. 22, that's 29. This is like 34. But let's go again. This is 12, 12 and 10, that's 22. 22 and 10, that's 32, and 3, 35. So this is 35 over 7, and so this is 5. The mean is 5. All right, the third thing we want to find is we want to find the range. Even if it's not the third, it's fine. The range. Now, the range is the highest value minus the lowest value. The highest value here is 10. The lowest value is 3. So the range is 7. Now let's go for the median. The symbol for median is Q2. Now the median is the middle value when the values are arranged in ascending order. So in ascending order, we have 3, 3, 3. Then we have what? 5, 5. Then we have what? 6 and 10. So these are the values in ascending order. The one in the absolute middle is 5. So this is Q2. So the median, which is Q2, the median, which is Q2, is equal to 5. All right. So next we want the lower quartile. 2. This is supposed to be 3. This is 4. And this is 5. All right. Q1 is the lower quartile. Now, all right, so the median is in the middle. Q1 would be the middle of the lower half. There are 3 numbers in the lower half. The one in the middle is Q1. So the middle of the lower half is Q1. So Q1 is 3. VI, the upper quartile, is Q3. Q3 is the middle of the upper half. The middle of the upper half is 6. So Q3 is 6. Then we have VI. We have the IQR, IQR. Now the IQR is simply Q3 minus Q1. So this would be Q3 is 6 minus Q1, which is 3. This is equal to 3. All right. And lastly, VII, the semi-interquartile range, SIQR is equal to Q3 minus Q1 over 2. In other words, it's equal to the IQR divided by 2. So this would be 3 over 2. The SIQR would be 1.5. All right. So what I just did with these numbers, I want you to do with the next set of the set of numbers after this. All right. So let's start with B. The first thing we want is the mode. And the mode is the value that occurs the most in the data. All right, looking at it, it looks as if the mode is 11. The next thing we want is the mean. Now, the mean X bar is the average, which is the sum of all the values divided by the number of values. So this would be 11 plus 7 plus 11 plus 16 plus 7 plus 8 plus 11 plus 9 plus 10. And this is all over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 values. This is all over 9. So X bar is therefore, when you add them up, what did you all get? Anybody?
90.
It was 90. So 90 divided by 9, the mean is 10. The mean is 10. Next, we need the range. Now, the range is the highest value minus the lowest value. So the highest value is 16. The lowest value is 7. The range is 9. Then we need the median. The median Q2 is the middle value when the values are arranged in ascending order. So let's arrange in ascending order. We have 7, 8, 9, 10. So go.
Sorry.
There are 2 7s?
There are 2 7s. 2 7s.
All right. 7, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3 11s. And after the 3 11s, we have 16. 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, the fifth one would be the one in the middle. So it looks like the median is 10. This is Q2. Q2 is 10. It is the middle value when the values are arranged in ascending order. Now let's go for Q1. Now there are 4 values in the lower half. So Q1 would be the middle of the two, would be the average of the 2 middle values in the lower half. The 2 middle values in the lower half is 7 and 8. So it's 7 plus 8 divided by 2, 15 over 2. So Q1 is 7.5. And the Q1 would be here. Q1 would be here. Now, Q3 would be the middle of the lower half, of the upper half. So it would be here. Q3 would be here because it's an even number of values. So it's 11 plus 11 over 2. It's 22 over 2. So it's still 11. Then we have IQR. IQR is Q3 minus Q1. So this is 11 minus 7.5. So I'm guessing this looks like 3.5. And lastly, SIQR is Q3 minus Q1 divided by 2. This is 3.5 divided by 2. This is 1.75. I think it's 1.75. Yes, 1.75. All right, so let's go for the mode. The mode. We have what? The 12 is there twice. 13 is there twice. 14 is there twice. So 12, 13, and 14, they're there the same number of times. So the mode is 12, 13, and 14. We say that the distribution or the data is trimodal. Next, after the mode, we have the mean. Now the mean X bar is the sum of all the values divided by the number of values. So this is 13 plus 18 plus 14 plus 12 plus 16 plus 13 plus 14 plus 12. And this is all over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, over 8. All right. All right. When you add up these values, what did you all get, guys?
112.
112. Everybody agree?
Yes, I agree.
All right. And when we divide 112 by 8, let us see what we get. All right, this looks like 14. So the mean is 14. Then let's go for the range. Now the range is the highest value minus the lowest value. The highest value here, I think, is 18. The lowest value is 12. So the range is 6. Then we need the median. Now the median is the middle value when the values are arranged in ascending order. We have 12, 12, 13, 13, 14, 14, and 16. and 18. There's an even number of values, so the median is the average of the two middle values. So Q2, which is the median, is 13 plus 14 over 2. This is 27 over 2. This is 13.5. Q1 is the middle of the lower half. So Q1 is 12 plus 13 over 2, 25 over 2. This is 12.5. Q3 is the middle of the upper half. So Q3 is 14 plus 16 over 2. It's 30 over 2. This is 15. IQR, interquartile range, is Q3 minus Q1. This is 15 minus 12.5. This is 2.5. And SIQR is Q3 minus Q1 divided by 2. In other words, it's the IQR divided by 2. And this is 1.25. All right.